You want to tell us a little bit about Ducky and Pretzel?
Okay, so Ducky and Pretzel are Budgies. Ducky's full name is Pterodactyl, and then Pretzel's full name is Quetzalcoatlus.
Why those names?
Because I like dinosaurs.
Fair enough. And you know, like, people always like birds and dinosaurs closely related.
It's nothing to do with that. I strongly disagree with that, despite this thing. Despite birds being named after dinosaurs.
Hello, my name is Emma, and today on the Socially Awkward podcast, I'm here with my co-host Cayley, and she's going to show us her birds, Ducky and Pretzel. So what's a day in the life of Ducky and Pretzel like?
Okay. At 10 a.m., they'll wake up, and I'll drag their cage out because it's on wheels, so I can move it around. And then I usually put them outside in the living room where there's like some sunlight, or inside my room to do school with me. So generally they'll wake up, sit there for a little bit, and then they'll usually come down. Usually one after the other will go down to their food bowls and water bowls where they'll have the first meal of the day. Just eat and drink.
What do they eat?
They eat pellets.
Okay.
Which have vitamins in them. And then after that they'll like sit on a perch and like regurgitating to each other, which is kind of gross. Sometimes I'm just like doing my own thing and I just see them like.
So like if birds don't have a partner, do they still do that?
No. So like Ducky, she was alone for like about a year because I thought I could spend time with her, but I wasn't able to. So she never regurgitated to anybody. There's a thing where male budgies are more affectionate, so they're more likely to latch onto a human. And sometimes if they love you a lot, they will regurgitate to the human, which Ducky never did. But yeah, so now I have both of them and they can be together and not lonely. So
Wait, so which one is male, which one's female?
the blue one is male. This is gender for them is not directed by their color.
Oh.
But what you can tell is their cirri. So it's like these two bumps above their noses, above their mouths, which look kind of like nostrils. And when the cirri is brown to light blue, like very, very pale blue, that's usually a female. And if they're darker blue to purple sometimes, they are male.
Wow, that's actually pretty tough to tell, especially like if they're still growing.
Yeah. Actually, when they're growing, you can't actually tell accurately. You have to kind of like guess.
Cayley has some of her birds' old feathers from, because now they're molting apparently. So can you tell us what these different feathers are? Oh, okay. I assume this is like the down, right?
Yep, this is what you find on like their bellies.
I heard down traps heat.
Yeah, actually, when they're hot or cold, they'll like fluff up their down feathers to like release air or to hold in air. So yeah.
These feathers are mad detail. I would have never expected them to be multicolored for some reason.
Yeah. Like this one, on this side it's just gray and like green, but on this side there's like multiple layers of green.
Wow. And this is the tail feather,
Yeah.
right?
Hers are really long.
These are so long.
Oh no!
Not bad, broskies. There we go.
So this is the end tail feather. This is the one you usually see, the longest one sticking out. And these ones are like beside it.
Oh.
Because their tails aren't just like one stick of feather, it's just a bunch of them as well. And then these ones, pretty sure these are wing feathers.
Cool.
The thing with them is that they catch air really easily. So they'll just
Oh.
drift off.
That makes sense though, if they're birds. The feathers kind of do need to catch air.
Yeah. They're ridiculously lightweight.
Yeah, it's like you can't even feel them.
Pick one. Pick a feather. Any feather.
Pick a feather, any feather. It's so soft. I can't imagine people used to stuff pillows with like feathers and still do. So how long is it on average that a budgie lives?
Average, I think it's 10 to 15 years.
10 to 15.
Only if you keep them well. It's generally unlikely.
What are their personalities like?
Pretzel is more outgoing, more brave. Like he likes to explore this area. He'll like climb around on my corkboard, and Ducky will just sit. Ducky is more reserved, I guess, and she'll usually just sit. And she's very, very gentle, so she won't bite you, but neither will Pretzel. But then I found like he sometimes bullies her, which is why sometimes I have to put him into solitary confinement just to like separate them for a bit.
To give one bird their me time.
Yeah, it's probably from like too much time spent together.
think your birds like me better because they both ate from my hand, but my arm is falling asleep. Like my arm is really sore now.
I'm vaguely offended.
You're greatly offended. I'm sorry. I didn't choose the thug life.
The birds chose you.
Yeah, the birds chose me. So in the wild, which one would do better?
Probably Ducky. I think the only thing is she has a bit of a foot injury, so other than that, I think she would do better. But like they have instincts, so it should be fine.
If you liked today's video and you want to hear us talk more about animals and pet keeping in Singapore, you can head on over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and find the shorts here on YouTube where we will be speaking about pet ownership in Singapore. Yes, and if you like all of this, feel free to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Instagram at the.sociallyawkwardpodcast. And if you don't, then, I don't know, may the algorithm bring us together once more in the future. Bye-bye.
Bye.